The 2019 Excellence in Public Power Communications Awards. Award of Merit, Burlington Electric Light Department, Vermont.
Vermont's mountains are green. Centennial Field is green. Champ himself is green. Champ's four-wheeler is not. Hey, Champ, don't you think your ride should be green? Your friends at Burlington Electric Department agree. So we all pitched in and got you a brand new electric vehicle. That's right, Champ. No more expensive, dirty gasoline. Your new EV runs on 100% renewably sourced power when you charge it up right here in Burlington, Vermont. Save money and save the planet with a new EV. Rebates available from Burlington Electric Department. Visit burlingtonelectric.com/EV for details.
Award of Merit, Detroit Lakes Public Utilities, Minnesota.
Detroit Lakes Public Utilities. We do more than power your home. We turn sunlight into a night together, wind energy into a home-cooked meal, and your business into a leader in 100% renewable energy. Detroit Lakes Public Utilities is currently providing 52% renewable energy. But with bright energy choices, our customers are able to obtain 100%. Our mix of power gives our community reliable, affordable, and environmentally friendly electric service. Being locally owned, we have the ability to preserve the quality of life for our community and future generations to come by providing renewable energy. Detroit Lakes Public Utilities. We're building a better world, starting right here in our own backyard.
Award of Merit, Nebraska Rural Electric Association.
Cybersecurity is one of those things that we have to get right 100% of the time. One misstep is all it takes to ruin the whole thing. So you can be right 999 minutes out of 1,000, but that 1 minute you let your guard down, that's what's going to collapse the network.
In early 2018, we were scammed or phished through email, and one of the emails was opened. It allowed a ransomware attack to hit our system, which basically locked down our files and wouldn't let us gain access to them. And what they did was they demanded a ransom from us, and they wanted this ransom paid in Bitcoin.
Cybersecurity is much more than any IT infrastructure. Cybersecurity starts with people, and people are the weakest link, whether it's a general conversation or whether it's some social engineering or whether it's actually some allowance to get in a system. The rates of identity theft, the rates of cyber incidences have just skyrocketed in the last 6 or 7 years. People really are starting to understand the value of being able to get into somebody's system, to destroy something, to shut the grid off, to steal information. And it's very lucrative.
What Perennial is doing to enhance our cybersecurity defenses is we've incorporated our vendor that supplies our business software. They also have a cybersecurity package that allows them to monitor some of our software. It also allows us to keep a constant eye on what's going on, what's coming into our system, what's going out of our system. We've also increased our backup capabilities so that if something does happen, it does get through, we can always be in recovery mode, go back, grab our backup, and restore those files.
The high risk is collapsing the grid. So we really need to make sure our critical infrastructure is protected, our grid is protected. We need the safeguards in place to make sure that there's no ability to take down the entire grid. On the second side of it would be the customer information side, and there's really two parts to that too. One is, you entrust, or our customers entrust us with a great deal of data, and we need to protect that data because it's our our duty and our responsibility to make sure that data is not used for anything other than what it's supposed to.
Hey Wayne, hey, this is Mike Holman over at Preparedness Public Power in York. Hey, our internet's down. Can you take a look at that and make sure everything's okay?
Yeah, at 9:02 this morning we detected an attempt to breach your system. We stopped service immediately. Don't worry, your system wasn't compromised, and if it were, we still have your backup system running. You're protected, and your service will be back on in just a few minutes.
Awesome, that sounds great. Glad you guys have our back. All right, thanks again, Wayne. Talk to you later.
Award of Excellence, Lawrenceburg Municipal Utilities, Indiana.
I'm at the Broadmoor, and not the swankiest hotel I've stayed in, definitely the top 5, pretty close, but as a bull rider who makes it rain 90-point bull rides, I've been 90 in Maine, Spain, Spokane, Fort Wayne, and Alabama, so it's no surprise that I'm going 90 in Colorado Springs now, but I'm used to this kind of treatment. I'm used to the red carpet and the gold-lined coffee mugs. You can't see it from there. It's white gold. And so I'm used to people catering to me. Now, here's the thing. These linemen, that's what they do. They cater to the public. Public power is something we all take for granted occasionally. I'm sure you guys are enjoying watching this video of me, my Snapchats, my Instagram posts. You're welcome. We owe that to the journeyman linemen. These guys that are climbing the pole at 3 in the morning when the storm hits, so that we can keep the AC going, the fridge running, and DB Snapchats coming. So we are forever indebted to you guys. And who's the best of these guys? Well, at this lineman rodeo, it's gonna be Whiskey City, because I'm their coach. You're welcome.
Let's call this thing to order. Welcome, 2019 Public Power Line Workers Rodeo. We're back.
I didn't plan for this kind of weather. I'm not wearing enough clothes or gloves. You don't have gloves on as a lineman out in this weather, you ain't no cowboy. But the rodeo, the show must go on. There you go. Slow, smooth is fast, fast wins the race. Is that how that goes? Yeah.
Make you move, time's worth chasing.
The biggest change I think is now is we know full well what the risks are and we know how to mitigate those risks. And so if the guys follow the steps, they can do the most technical, most dangerous things safely. They can do it day in, day out. And there was a time where the journeyman trade was the most deadly type of work a guy could be in.
Born to live and dream, may be the last but not the least. Time's worth chasing.
Whiskey City, Fiber and Data representing Colorado Springs, and we're about to take over. We've got Shane and Owen, they're journeymen, which means 4+ years of experience. The third guy on the team, Travis, I'm using the pinky because he's an apprentice, and he's really like a gopher. Like, Travis, there's not any toilet paper in here. Can you go for some toilet paper? And he brings it to you and hands it underneath the stall.
Clock is ticking away each and every day. We're not getting any younger. I feel it in my bones, it's time to make a change. We're not getting any younger. Clock is ticking away each and every day.
Award of Excellence, River Falls Municipal Utilities, Wisconsin.
Hello, this is 1995. Go ahead.
Hey Kevin, you should check out this phone. I'm playing Centipede on it. It's awesome. Wait a second. This thing isn't working anymore.
Sweet phone. I wonder where these will end up in
2019.
Oh, geez, Mike. Hey, welcome everybody down to 950 Benson Street. I'm at the City Garage down here. This will be the home of the 2019 River Falls Municipal Utilities Electronic Recycling Event. 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, April 20th. Come on down. Remote controls.
Absolutely.
Fluorescent light bulbs.
We'll take them.
Cords.
Yep.
Monitors.
We'll take them.
Keyboards.
Yep.
How about my old handy cam?
You bet.
Shovels.
You might want to hold on to that one for a little while. Time.
Award of Merit, Greenville Utilities Commission, North Carolina.
Our daddy says he has all the power.
Actually, JT and Hutch's dad, John, works hard to make sure Greenville Utilities' electric system has one of the highest reliability rates in the nation. Compared to area investor-owned utilities, GUC customers experience 67% fewer outages and have them restored 74 minutes faster. GUC is able to do that because we constantly reinvest in our systems. Reliable utilities. That's the value of GUC.
Our dad climbs poles during storms. No, he stands in buckets.
Actually, Maddie and Macy's dad, Tracy, is one of the Greenville Utilities line workers who head out in all kinds of weather to restore power. Fast restoration, no matter the weather. That's the value of GUC.
My mommy totes on the fall all day.
When you call GUC, you get a local person, like London's mom, Keisha, because Greenville Utilities is community-owned. When you need our help, you're calling a neighbor, not someone in another city or state. Local people working for you. That's the value of GUC.
My mom is a problem solver, but she makes me solve my own math problems.
When you call GUC, you get a local person, like James and Bridget's mom, Colleen. Because Greenville Utilities is community-owned, when you need our help, you're calling a neighbor, not someone in another city or state. Local people working for you. That's the value of GUC.
My dad helps keep people safe.
Christian's father, Quentin, is part of GUC's safety team, ensuring safety for our customers and our employees. Safely providing reliable utility solutions. That's the value of GUC.
Award of Merit, New Braunfels Utilities, Texas. Award of Excellence, Bryan, Texas Utilities.
At BTU, we know Texas summers are full of pool days, ice cream, and good old-fashioned fun. But there are also long days full of intense heat. Here are some tips from BTU to keep your wallet from feeling the heat. Keep your thermostat set to 78 degrees while you're at home, and even higher while you're away. Keep your blinds closed and shades drawn to reduce radiant heat from the sun. Try grilling outside instead of using your oven to reduce heat in your home. For more information, visit btutilities.com.
Award of Excellence, Kentucky Municipal Energy Agency.
Kentucky's my home. Kentucky always will be my home. I grew up here. I hope my kids grow up here. It's where I'm going to stay.
Our organization saw an opportunity and a need to get together with other municipals to realize that there were options that we could do together that we could not do separately with respect to power supply and serving our communities.
KYMEA is a group of individuals that were looking out for their citizens and providing the best, cheapest form of reliable power that they could get, and we've kind of evolved from that.
We felt there was a need for us to go out to the market as a group and consolidate our resources to purchase cheaper power than we were currently able to afford.
KYMEA, it's meeting the needs of the individuals that make up the state.
We're actually someone to be reckoned with. We have buying power. We've already been told we'll buy power probably 10%, maybe 15% cheaper than what we're paying right now.
KYMEA is an organization that's pulled together a lot of different communities, a lot of different municipal utilities, so there's strength in numbers. There's economies of scale that can be gained when we all work together.
I feel it's the best option for a community to utilize for pricing, for dependability. You're able to go to the open market and purchase the power from other sources and be able to piece that together for the best pricing.
And we've developed a very diverse portfolio, which includes one of the largest renewable projects in the eastern United States.
Public power is your voice, the community's voice. It doesn't involve shareholders, it doesn't involve profit.
As we move forward, KYMEA is helping us to diversify our supply and again, ultimately hold our costs down.
I believe that we have one of the most business-friendly climates in the country. Utilities are always one of the top site selectors. KYMEA will allow these companies to better prepare production schedules.
For every percentage point that drops in their electric costs, that drops straight to the bottom line.
As chairman of KYMEA, I hope to provide unity within the organization and that we continue to look forward to the future to provide the best power supply sources at the best prices that we can find.
The team that's been put together is tremendous and is doing an excellent job leading us forward.
You know, when I get up in the morning, one of the things that I think keeps me going is honestly knowing that we provide very critical services to the community. What we do affects people daily. Through KYMEA, we get to shape our future through what our community needs, and what they want will be acted upon.
Award of Merit, Fayetteville Public Works Commission, North Carolina.
Are you prepared for a power outage? PWC plans ahead, so we're ready to swing into action on a moment's notice during an outage. Here are our top 10 tips to help you be prepared. Number 1, make an emergency kit. Includes flashlights, extra batteries, non-perishable food, and water. Pack enough for each person and pets in your home. Number 2, stay charged and gassed up. Keep mobile devices and other essential electric equipment charged and gas tanks full. Number 3, stay connected. Follow PWC and other local agencies on social media for updates. Number 4, have backup power. Do you use life-sustaining medical equipment that plugs into a wall outlet? Talk to your doctor about a backup plan for powering those devices and keeping medications refrigerated. Call PWC at 910-483-1382 to sign up for our Medical Priority Program. Number 5, install carbon monoxide detectors. Using alternative heat sources and to cook during extended outages can lead to increased risk of CO exposure. Choose detectors with battery backup and place in central locations throughout your home. Number 6. Keep it closed. Keep your refrigerator and freezer closed as much as possible to maintain the cold temperature. Number 7. Practice generator safety. Follow all manufacturer instructions and do not use generators indoors. Number 8. Avoid damage from surges. Turn off or disconnect appliances and electronics to avoid damage from electrical surges or spikes that may occur. Number 9. Know where breaker boxes and emergency shutoffs are located. Locate electric, water, and gas shutoffs and know how to do it. Number 10. Expect the unexpected. Outages can always be predicted, but PwC promises to get the power back on as soon as possible. You can help by being prepared and being patient while we work.
Award of Merit, Glendale Water and Power, California.
Glendale Water and Power has provided reliable electric service to Glendale residents for over 100 years. How does GWP keep our city powered 24/7? We have 2 sources of electricity, imported power and local generation. With the help of transmission lines, GWP brings in power from beyond our city boundaries. However, this transmission capability is very limited. We only have 2 sources of transmission into Glendale, the 100 megawatts Pacific DC intertie and another 100 megawatts from the Southwest AC system. We also import approximately 39 megawatts of power from GWP's share of the Burbank Magnolia Power Plant. Because we cannot build new transmission lines, and these existing lines are operating at full capacity, we are limited to bringing in just 239 megawatts of power. On average, the demand for electricity exceeds this import capability over 30 days a year. If we are able to bring in only 239 megawatts of electricity, we must rely on locally generated power from our Grayson Power Plant. At one point, Grayson was able to produce up to 250 megawatts of electricity using the existing natural gas-fueled equipment. Over time, the units at Grayson have become inefficient and in some cases inoperable due to age and wear and can no longer generate the required energy needs. Without a local reliable source of generation, such as the Grayson Power Plant, and with our limited transmission, it is very likely that we would experience forced power outages or rolling blackouts. These would happen during peak usage periods, high heat season, and in the event of an emergency. For example, during the Northridge earthquake in 1994, our transmission lines went out of service and we were left without electricity. Power was restored within just 90 minutes thanks to our dependable source of locally generated power from our Grayson Power Plant. We are pursuing a replacement of the existing aging plant with a sensible alternative to ensure a reliable source of power generation when it is needed. The repowered plant will not be in continuous operation, but engaged only to meet high load demand periods or emergencies. Upgrading our power plant does not alter our pursuit of renewable and clean energy alternatives. GWP is a leader among electric utilities in the state, with an energy portfolio of 57% clean energy, including renewables. This upgrade would simply give GWP more flexibility to continue these efforts while maintaining reliability for our customers. GWP needs to take steps to upgrade our deficient power plant to ensure a clean, reliable, and dependable energy future for Glendale.
Award of Merit, Grant County Public Utility District, Washington.
Signing up for Grant County's fastest and most reliable internet service is easy. Just visit grantpud.org/getfiber and do these easy steps. 1. Check availability at your home by searching your address on our interactive map. If you don't have access just yet, see where your location falls within our future expansion plans by viewing the fiber build-out sequence list. 2. If you have access, review the list of independent internet service providers on the Get Fiber webpage. These service providers can sell you service and connect you to Grant PUD's high-speed fiber network. 3. Contact a service provider that will meet your needs. They take care of the rest. Before you know it, you'll be enjoying all of the internet and digital services the network provides. If you already have a PUD gateway installed at your residence, service can begin in as little as a few days. If you don't yet have a gateway, the service provider will contact the PUD and schedule your installation. Typically, a new gateway can be installed in just a couple of weeks. Take charge of your internet experience and get signed up today by visiting grantpud.org/getfiber.
Award of Merit, Lansing Board of Water and Light, Michigan.
My name is Kelvin Jones.
My name is Patrick Haynes.
My name is Jean Gannon.
Dorothy Levan.
Dick Tobias. Mike Flores. My name is Scott Hamlick. I've been at the Board of Water and Light for 40 and a half.
40 and a half.
41 and a half. 45 and a half.
43 and a half.
40 and 1/2 years.
I am one of 14 people here today that represent almost 600 years of experience at the BWL.
So I'm going to have Tom show you something here. If you could flip that over and tell me what you see.
Oh my gosh, it's me.
This? It's a blurry picture. I was just handed a blurry picture of somebody that looks like they've been at the BWL for 42 and a half years.
Somebody from a long time ago. It's a picture of me, I would say, probably when I hired in.
That was me about 47 years ago. I like the dress.
Yes, this is a great picture of a young man who just started at the Board of Water and Light in Lansing.
Oh dear. That was an old ID photo when I had glasses clear down to here, which I don't know why you would need to see anything through your cheeks.
Does it bring back good memories for you?
It brings back memories of hair.
I remember how excited I was to have my first big job.
This is when I was on the pulverizer crew in the plant. I was working rebuilding the pulverizers at Eckert Station and Erickson Station.
That picture was taken when I was a stock handler in stores.
I was a laborer.
I was an admin assistant in human resources.
Maintenance mechanic, certified welder. I was a temporary labor.
Construction mechanic helper.
Well, I'd say that's the humble beginnings. There's a kid that came in with nothing but a good attitude. And ultimately, I'd like to think I've evolved to somebody that's educated in the electrical industry, as well as a giving person back to the public.
I see a young John Schofield, who was pretty green when I got here, but some of the old guys showed me how to handle the job, and everybody's been really nice the whole time.
I am hometown people.
I'm hometown people.
I am hometown people.
I am hometown people.
Hometown power.
Hometown power.
Hometown power. Hometown power.
Award of Merit, Lincoln Electric System, Nebraska. Award of Merit, Turlock Irrigation District, California.
Thanks for stopping by again. We forgot how to read our meter.
That's no problem. There are two parts to reading your meter. First, if you want to know your energy usage in a given time period, jot down the number you see on there now and check on it again after a day. Take those two numbers, subtract them, and you'll know your energy usage. Let's say it reads 875 today, and tomorrow it reads 900. 900 minus 875 is 25. That means you've used 25 kilowatt hours during that time.
What's a kilowatt hour?
A kilowatt hour is 1,000 watts of electricity used for 1 hour. But here's the fun part. You see this blinking dot here? The faster it's blinking, the more energy you're using. The slower it's blinking, the less energy you're using. This is useful for figuring out which of your appliances is using the most energy. Try turning things off like your pool pump or air conditioning to see which makes your meter blink slower. That'll tell you what's using the energy. And that's it. Those are the basics to reading your energy meter. Pretty simple, huh?
Wow, that was pretty easy.
For more energy saving tips and to check the programs and rebates that'll help you save money, visit tid.org/rebates.
Award of Excellence, Kissimmee Utility Authority, Florida.
We're excited today to be hosting our second annual Public Power Day of Giving. Today we've partnered with Rise Against Hunger, and we're working together. Our employees are working together, and we're packing more than 20,000 meals that will be shipped to countries all over the world.
KUA is committed to 20,000 meals. We broke it up into two different shifts, 10,000 each. We just finished up with shift number 1, where they packaged 10,000 meals. We had a 2-hour window, and they did it in 1 hour and 20 minutes. So tons of enthusiasm, people just so excited knowing that because of the opportunity that this company is providing them, they can change lives.
We just passed 10,000 meals! Let's bring that down 5 times!
Definitely a new experience, but I had a blast working with my friends and my coworkers. So to me, it hit home. You know, we all struggle in some kind of ways, and to be able to help someone, even just a little bit, is a great feeling. So.
Award of Merit, Omaha Public Power District, Nebraska.
I was just pregnant with our first daughter, and we moved from Lincoln and we moved here. Literally, he got the job and we had to be here in a week. We just knew that was probably the start of something really good.
My grandpa, my dad's dad, was also a lineman. So it runs in the family. So my grandpa, then my dad, now my husband. It's just truly like so cheesy, but it really was meant to be.
I love being able to tell people I'm married to a lineman, and I guarantee you he's turned your power back on. He's dedicated, he loves it, and it makes me happy to see how dedicated and how happy he is with it.
I had to learn to be really independent because again, you couldn't plan when he was going to get called to work or when he was going to be gone for 2 hours. It could be 2 hours, it could be 4 hours, it could be a week.
She's such a go with the flow person, and I attribute that to her being a line wife. She always had to be. If my dad would get called out, she would be, having to change the plans.
That phone will ring at any time of the day. It could be 3 o'clock in the morning, it could be 2 o'clock in the afternoon on his day off, and plans get canceled, holidays get missed. The weather plays a huge role, but it isn't always the weather.
Car accidents, people hit poles, those are things they get called out for as well, or when there's a fire. I think those are things that a lot of people don't realize. I have a son-in-law now that does the same thing, and it's just not only worrying about my husband, it's worrying about him as well.
He always tells me before he leaves, I'm safe, I have people watching out for me. That's the biggest thing, is he always says that his crew is always watching out for each other.
But I know things happen, and I know accidents happen, and it never stops a worrying heart. I'm always worried about him.
I think one of the biggest misconceptions is the public doesn't know what a lineman is, and they don't put two and two together and realize that these are human beings putting their life on the line, literally, working to restore your power.
It's not just turning a switch back on, it's actually rebuilding lines and digging and trying to figure out what the issue is. So I do get very frustrated, and I do defend them any chance I get.
I just want people to always know that they do care. They're not just shutting power off for no reason. They're trying to turn it on for everybody as fast as they can while doing it as safe as they can.
I'm very proud to say he works for the power company. You know, I think it's just really important what they do, and that people realize what goes on behind the scenes too, because I think that's important for everyone to understand as well. But it definitely makes me proud that he's a part of keeping things going.
Linemen have a special bond, and line wives too, because we all know what each other's going through. We know what our husbands are going through. So yeah, it's super important. He's like determined and just such a good hard worker, and does his very best to get the power on as fast as it can and as safely as he can, so he can come home to us.
Award of Merit, SMUD, California.
It wasn't long ago that people living in Sacramento used candles to light their homes, dried their laundry on a clothesline, and found relief from the heat of summer by jumping in the river. But by 1957, the last customer in SMUD's service territory who used kerosene lamps was hooked up to electrical service, and our lives were changed forever. Now we take it for granted that with a flip of a switch, we can light our homes, cook our food, and cool off. But where does all that power come from? SMUD is your community-owned, not-for-profit electric service. We use a mix of power generation resources to keep the lights on for over 1.5 million people across 900 square miles, including wind, water, sun, biomass, natural gas, and a few others. Large hydro technically isn't considered renewable, even though it doesn't produce carbon emissions. So if you add it to the renewable power we already produce, it means that more than 50% of SMUD's power is carbon-free. We're committed to providing 60% renewable energy by 2030 and being 100% net carbon neutral by 2040. To learn more about SMUD's energy and our efforts to power our region with clean, sustainable resources, visit smud.org/sustainability.
Award of Excellence, Austin Energy, Texas.
Summer in Austin, Texas. The sun is shining, the pavement's hot, and snow cone sales are through the roof. Hey you, having a hard time staying cool? Do you even know how to stay cool? No, not like that. Luckily you live in the city of Austin, where we have many cheap and easy ways to stay cool. Come join us in our journey across the city. Splash pads. Free. Fun for kids and adults. Not enough water for you? Try one of more than 30 city pools. Want to stay out of the sun? Visit one of our 22 libraries. Read a book, learn something new, and stay cool. And thanks for living in Austin, the coolest city on earth.
Award of Excellence, City Utilities of Springfield, Missouri.
Have you ever wondered how your community-owned utilities electric rates compare on average to others? How about in the state and across the nation? You'll be happy to know that city utilities electric rates continue to be lower than the state and national averages. Additionally, when compared to similar-sized benchmark cities, CU customers had the lowest electric bills over the past 12 months. Think about this. Residential electric customers use on average 900 kilowatt hours each month. That means you power everything in your home the entire month for less than $100. That's less than $3 per day, which is less than a value meal or large energy drink. And our energy mix is good news too. In 2018, over 30% of our power was generated from renewable resources. We expect that number to grow in the coming years to almost 45%. Visit cityutilities.net to learn more about our services and ways that your community-owned utility is affordably serving you on a daily basis. City Utilities, connecting our community.
Award of Excellence, Electricities of North Carolina.
These lines, the ones that crisscross my town, are like the lines of my family tree. They tell you our history, our struggles, our triumphs. These lines, like the creases in my father's hands, show the hard work and sacrifices of a line worker. Up before dawn, out past dinner, in the dark, in the sun, in the pouring rain. These lines are his worry lines and laugh lines, squinting towards the future while shouldering the burden of today. These lines are the connections he helped build between people, businesses, and organizations. A growth chart showing our progress, telling the story of how we invested in ourselves, created new opportunities, and trained the next generation. Most people don't know my father built these lines. And that's fine with him. Because we are public power. And these lines are our lines.